Welcome back to Passing Time with Craig. As always, I'm your host, Craig, and today I am chatting with Evelyn and Jeff, two members of the band Sunstrokes. This is such a fun band. We had a great time chatting. We talked about how they came to be, the music scene here in Calgary, what it's like to record, perform live, all that fun stuff. It is a great time. You definitely should check out their stuff. They've got a few other members in the band, Andy and Will. But we had Evelyn and Jeff here to chat, so enjoy my conversation with Evelyn and Jeff from Sunstrokes. Well, hello, friends. Thank you for being here today. I'm super stoked, sun-stoked, to talk with you both. I've been listening to music all morning. I just think it's such a fun vibe, and I was, doing my research about you all, and you don't fit into one genre, which I absolutely love. Did you know right away because the band 3 years ago, 2022?
Yeah, 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know right away that we didn't want to be stuck with one genre?
I think it was unavoidable with all of our backgrounds, because at first it was me, Andrew, our bassist, and Jeff, and we just had such versatile backgrounds as musicians, and started writing stuff that was definitely more in I don't know, just a rock-esque genre. But then it just, as we wrote more and kind of ran out of all the rock-specific things that we did, we were Jeff has a metal background, but then he also studied Latin guitar, and then I took jazz my whole life, then went to musical theater, then I was in a heavy rock band, and Andrew just likes funk music. So it was kind of inevitable that all these things would clash together, but then ended up creating something quite nice.
Yeah. And what is it about the mixing of genres that you love?
I'd say it's the ability to explore any song, any ideas that we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best part. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Andy's funk bass really allows us to go in those cool funk style genres.
Funk is such a fun thing, and has always been one that can go into just different genres, which I think is why people they may not think that funk is their favorite, but it's there. It's been a base of so many different types of styles of music.
Yeah.
I think it's so much fun. So when did we know that this was going to be a thing, this band? So 2022 is when we started. Yeah. Were we all seeking out a band? Were we just hey, we like to jam together?
Yeah, well, me and Andrew, he's my husband, we moved here from Toronto that day.
Yeah.
We moved here from Toronto, and we knew we wanted to be in a band together because we had never been in a band together before. I'd been in bands separate from him. And we got here, and I was just the first day, or maybe even before we left, I reached out on Calgary musicians help wanted group, I think. And about 6 guitarists messaged me, and there was some, and some of them are actually doing amazing things now. So they also went to being bad choices, but there was just something about Jeff that we were let's try this guy out. And he picked us up in his car and took us. No, did you come to my grandparents'
You came to cabin.
Yeah. He brought us to cabin, but he brought us to the warehouse section and closed all the doors. So it was
And this is how we get murdered.
Gary might be murdered by this man who met us on Facebook Marketplace, basically.
Guy with the key to cat.
But I think after we jammed with him and talked to him, and his interests outside of music co-aligned with ours, we were okay, we can at least hang out with this guy for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you didn't kill them, so that's good.
No, it was honestly, not yet.
So
Yeah.
I was looking for bands for quite a while. Had a solo project, and COVID hit, stopped that. Other band fell apart, and then I messaged Evelyn, and they came, and we just started writing.
Yeah. And I've had other musicians on the podcast before, solo artists, and I've had bands, and there's something about being in a band that just it really just helps motivate you. When you're a solo artist, you're this is my song, this is what I want, I think this is great, and nobody's there to be this is not good. So it's nice to have that relationship right in a band where you can be this isn't working.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's amazing. The band allows you to bounce ideas off each other. Critical feedback. I found as we got comfortable as a band, our songs just started going in these crazy directions, but in a good way, genre bending. We're trying to really create a different style.
Yeah, and like I said, it's there's elements from different genres coming together, so it's depending on what type of style of music you like. I think it's great. I wanted to ask you guys because your sound, like I said, is very unique and it blends different genres. Are there songs that you guys come up with that you go, this is such a banger song, but it's like this will be banger on Spotify, and then there's others that like this works so well to perform live? Like, do you ever find that?
Yeah, absolutely. We have like one song that like everybody loves hearing it. It's a great song. It's called Sisyphus, and it's our most jazzy song. And so we haven't recorded it for multiple reasons. Like, it's so within the classical jazz sphere. Like, there's only a few elements that like lean more into rock in it. So like, we're not a jazz band, so I probably would never put that out there like publicly for like distribution.
Yeah.
But people love when we play it. And then there's like bouncing back solos between the guitar and bass, which I think are mostly the same, but I think sometimes you play with.
Yeah, play with it, Ben.
And I do a scat solo in it, which is different every time.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll just never record it, but I definitely know the audience just love, like they go crazy after it. And there's a big drum solo in it too, which does not lend itself to recording.
Crazy tempo change. Oh, well, Evelyn's doing scat solo. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Consider doing like a live off the floor like video of it eventually, but like it's not a priority. But the people do love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is it about performing live that you guys love? Because it's a different thing. You get the audience reaction right away, but what do we love about performing live?
I definitely think all of us, except maybe our drummer, are all definitely like writer first musicians. We love the craft of creating music. I love to write. I've just always wanted to write words on paper in any way my whole life. Jeff and Andrew, they practice guitar like 4 hours a day, like just do. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah.
I would go insane. I do not have that ability as a musician. So live we like, but we are very like focused in on our stuff. I try to do as much presentational work as possible as the lead singer. And it's nice to have the feedback and everything, but I definitely feel like that is what we're trying to move forward into more, is more of like becoming a live performance band. Yeah. If you would agree.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, you watch our shows and then
It's hard.
it's crazy music they're playing. So I don't blame
A
them.
lot of concentration.
Why do you practice 4 hours a day? Is it just because you just love it and you just want?
I love it.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love learning. I like challenge, right? That's one of my favorite things about playing live is there's no coming back.
Yeah.
So you butcher something. You butcher it.
Yeah.
So it's nice to challenge yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same when I talk to actors. You know, being on stage is different than when they're filming a movie or TV show, right? We can fuck up a couple times. We can do this again. But if you're in a play, you only have this one shot.
That terrifies me.
That terrifies you.
Theater people, I don't know how you do it.
But you're on stage. You're performing.
Bar, I got distortion, reverb.
Yeah.
I got all that stuff.
I never make them speak. So they could play theater.
Except Will. Will does backup.
Yeah, Will does bad guys. But Will's a performer. Like, he does funny things. Like, he definitely, he knows how to perform.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
He's outstanding.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was our second find for drummer.
Nice.
Yeah. First one didn't work out.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with, again, like talking about solo artists, you can just, you're just doing it yourself. But now you have to work with a band and find people that works. And it's not always going to be so successful. And, being together for 3 years and finding what works, because you're going to have people who are maybe insanely talented, but they're not getting like the different genres.
Mm-hmm.
They're not flowing with it, or there's that element of, well, could we have more of a drum like presence?
Yeah.
I want more bass. Like, you've got to find that balance, because there's just certain songs, and again, you guys having crossing over these different genres, there's going to be moments where it is you're singing and there's like a bass, or then there's a song that less of you singing and it's more of just the instruments, right? You gotta be flexible that way.
Yeah. Well, and we're all very like musically literate people. Me and Andrew both went to musical theater school where we had to like study musical theory, but then we both took music beforehand. And then Will, our drummer, went to school for music as well. And then Jeff didn't go to music school, but he like has studied so many different types of guitar. So if we had another musician come in, which we think about, we're like, maybe once since there's something because of that like high level of musicality and how it interweaves with each other, it would be very hard to find someone else who fits into that as well.
To be able to complement us.
The way we're doing.
Yeah. But Evelyn on keyboard.
Maybe one day.
Oh,
I don't know. It just makes me angry.
why does it make you angry?
I just the whole band sometimes. These men, I sometimes, you know what it's like being a band with 3 men, and you're just singing and dancing and putting on a show. I'd be like, what if you also play keyboard? What if you also did synth?
Yeah.
You know, put on your monkey suit. There is a little more monkey.
You know, if you do a little bit more, that'd be great.
Anyway, no, it's something I think about. I've done in the past, not in a band ever, but just like I wrote music, I've composed. But I think the people want to see my arms moving onwards, not downwards. That's it.
I was saying specifics.
I know.
Yeah, it would be hard though to bring in a fifth.
Yeah. So when did you both talk to me? Childhood. Did you always know music was in you? Were we singing? Were we playing instruments right from the get-go? Did we love music and go, I'm going to do this someday?
Yeah. You couldn't stop me from singing. Love to do it.
Yeah.
I put on little shows for everyone. And then I think I started taking voice lessons. Well, I started joining choirs when I was 5. Took voice lessons since I've been 13 years old.
Wow.
And then jazz choir in high school. And then, I went straight to Toronto for the performing arts where I did like singing and dancing and acting. And then, it ended up being like more writing because what I did professionally in theater. And then I wanted to leave that because I'm like, I just want to fucking sing with a guitarist.
Yeah.
That's all I want. All the other stuff like, I can't just sing. I have to do theater. I can't just sing. I have to write stuff. I'm like, no, I kind of just want to sing.
Yeah.
I just want to sing in front of people. That's all I want. That's all I've trained for. That's all I want.
That's all I want. They're good at it.
Yeah.
They're good at it.
Hey, what about you?
I played trumpet for a while. Saxophone, recorder, of course.
Why is the recorder? Because my niece and nephew are like have to learn it in school as well. I'm like, why is that the thing we choose?
Because they're trying to suppress creativity in young.
There's a message in hot correspondence that we can't remember.
You're never going to want to play music again, and you're going to want to type in your computer and be accounts receivable at an office if you were first to play recorder.
Yeah.
And I mean that.
It's the worst. It's the worst. I don't get it.
Conspiracy theory.
It is. There's total conspiracy.
Go on.
Recorder almost took my soul. No. And then I started playing saxophone for quite a while. Disney songs and all that. I was in junior high. I was in music.
Yeah.
And then I stopped for a while. Me and my buddies were just hanging out, and we decided to start a band. I called out guitar, went and bought one, and I just started practicing.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And then my my love for metal was when I was young, probably like grade 6.
Wow.
Grade 7. Yeah. My brother's friends would always play Sepultura and stuff. I just loved it.
You just loved it.
Loved it. Yeah. I remember going to there's a place called Tramps down in Southland. Do you remember that? There was a record store.
Oh yes, yeah.
You go and it was like $3 records.
Yeah.
And I'd buy the worst bands I've ever heard. Like I'd put it in and be like, this is just awful.
Yeah.
Old thrash metal. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
So
But I love those.
loving that, growing up with that, and now you're in this band that's again crossing different genres, different things. You got funk, you got some R&B, you got Latin. Like, was it easy transition for you? Were you excited to try something different?
No, I was already getting into different styles. I've always been a fan of world music.
Yeah.
So Latin, flamenco, really gravitated towards. Funk, though, I just started to get into when I met Evelyn and Andy. And then they just opened up my world to a different style of music.
Yeah.
So I started going into R&B and stuff.
What was it about funk for you that you just enjoyed?
I think for me, that's the music I've listened to the most. You know, I love old disco and I love funk, and I don't know, it just rings right in my ear. And I know it's so funny. One of my managers at work is like, I like every genre but funk, and I can't imagine because I just think it's great. I think it's complex in its musicality, but I think the lyrics are so simple most of the time. Not all the time. That's a generalization, but it's just fun to listen to. It makes you want to move and dance. And I wanted to go into it with our band a little more in the funk and the like disco kind of vibe, is to like still have that funky fun beat that everyone wants to dance to, but perhaps like increase the lyricism within that and be able to say a little more, do a little more. But once again, that's generalization because there's some really cool funk bands that are like really political and cool funk bands that are like protest funk. So it's not everywhere, but the majority of it. The stuff you're hearing in the clubs, you know?
Well, and it's so funny because I've done a funk category, named that too, at Cabin. Shout out again. Shout out Cabin. Hello.
Cabin Brewing.
Cabin Brewing. Fantastic. Yeah, sponsor us. Please, please.
Sponsored by Huffle.
We're drinking hot water right
Yeah, exactly. This is a very cabin podcast. But I've done funk, and it's one of those ones where I say like, oh, this next category is funk, and you see people go, I don't know funk. Oh my god, and then they end up doing really well because I'm like, there's a lot to it, and there's more than you think, and they're like, oh, actually, like it's one of the higher scoring ones. People do really well with it, but they don't think that they know funk or they like funk.
Yeah.
They all played the recorder.
Oh, they guess it.
Yeah, it's a wide genre for sure. Yeah, like I consider us kind of progressive funk.
Yeah. Prog funk.
These crazy instrumental voicings in the back complimenting Evelyn. Yeah.
So I always love talking with bands when to figure out like, you know, what comes first. Like when you are writing the songs and you've got the lyrics, are you immediately picturing the different instruments at different points, or are you taking it to them and going, hey, what can you do with this?
We actually have so many different writing processes, and I'm a fan of all of them. Like a few of our songs I have like written in my head, and I write the lyrics, and I know what I want the melody, and I plunk out all the chords for them and like the rhythm and everything. And then I'm like, go ahead.
Yeah.
Have fun. I trust you.
Yeah.
And I think that's like a big thing in our writing process. I trust them for sure. Like Betty and Veronica, which is our
Brilliant song.
single.
I love that one. I was listening to that on repeat. I was like, this is so much fun.
Sucks. I wrote that, and my husband's in the house with me, and he hears me plunking on piano, and he ran in, and he like got his bass out and was like, and I was kind of mad at him because I'm like, I'm writing this song right now. You're not writing this song. This is a song I'm writing. He's like, I'm just helping. And it's like, but like, it turned out so great. But then sometimes we write in a way where Jeff comes up with like an amazing guitar part, and usually it's a whole song and we end up butchering it, but like at least one part, and I'm like, oh, I can hear lyrics over that. Or same with Andrew, he has a bass part and we're like, okay, we work on that. Or they work together and put this bass and guitar together, and then I write lyrics over top of that.
Yeah.
And then even our new drummer brought in a song as well, on guitar.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And then you took over and made it your own, and we wrote lyrics over that one. That was cool.
That time we usually bring in a rough skeleton and then take it apart. Yeah. Sometimes though we just have a song.
Sometimes it just hits.
Men Don't Like Me.
Yeah, Men Don't Like Me. Take Me There.
That was like 2
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah.
Those were like, I had lyrics. Like I have lyrics floating around without any melodies behind them. Or I had a previous band that like didn't work out, so I have a lot of lyrics left over from that we didn't end up recording. So yeah, Jeff came in with a song, and I was like, pew, I have this like perfect copy paste lyrics. I just have to change the melodies. So, and then it's like, woo, 5-minute song. Let's go. That's a dream.
That's nice when that happens.
Yeah, exactly.
And like being creative people, you must just. Is it difficult when you have those moments where, let's say you're working, you're serving, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my god, this is a great idea for a song, and you're like, I'm in the middle of work and I can't do this, because they come to you with random stuff. A customer says something, you're like, oh.
Yeah. I've considered writing a whole album about the service industry. I really have. Like, things just wow me about it. And it's not just like that guy ordered a weird beer. It is like the more deeper conceptual ideas of like being of service to someone. So yes, I'm always writing things at work, but I love that. I'm so glad that I have that creative spark. I've been thinking about that a lot lately. I feel like there's so many things impeding on our creativity, mostly learning the recorder in school. But like AI and like not even naming your own things anymore. Like people use AI to name drinks at restaurants and XYZ. And I'm like, creativity's why I'm here. You know what I mean? Like, I just can't believe we're trying to like snuff it out so much.
So bad.
I'm glad while I'm serving people their overpriced cauliflower wherever I work. No comment. I still have creative urges.
It's the same with like me hosting trivia and that too, and I'm still very much like, we'll be talking about something, and I'll be like, and I'd pull up my note on my app on my phone, and I was like, oh, that'd be a great question.
Yeah.
There's just something going on, and I have people all the time like, oh, why don't you just have AI create it? I'm like, no, and because I went to a trivia night,
Created
by AI, and it was so bad because there was like multiple times where it was like, that's not the answer. I was like, I think this is what he thinks it is, and I wrote that, and I wrote in brackets like, but it's this, and sure enough, multiple times throughout, he was like, if you said this, you get a point, but also this. And I'm like, yeah, because you just used AI and you didn't even like fact check it. Like it's so I'm like, no, why do I need AI for trivia?
Oh, that sucks. So I would just hate that. So
A lot of big guitarists use that with Guitar Pro.
Oh,
They write stuff before they actually play it.
Oh,
Yeah, like those weird tapping and
yeah.
it's weird these days.
It's very weird.
weird these days. It's a weird.
That is the best way to just it's weird these days. That is 2025 for you.
What do you do about guitar though when you're working? Do you ever have like guitar like
Like when I work out and when I walk around by myself
pulling iron?
and stretching and stuff. Well, I write a lot of music in my head.
Yeah.
And then I translate it to guitar. So when we're working on something, I usually, like if I'm working in a cabin, I can walk around and actually write it while I'm working.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't really get ideas from customers because I don't think they...
Not so, but it's just two. Cabin.
We love cabin.
We don't cabin. Cabin's great. Cabin's great.
But no, for sure. I love being able to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Being able to actually write stuff in your head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Might be marijuana. Who knows?
Might be. But yeah, then again, I have people who say to me, they're like, what are you, some of the questions, I'm like, I was stoned.
So fun.
I get a lot of inspiration from other people's music.
Yeah.
They plant ideas in my head and I was like, I want to write a song like that, you know?
Sometimes I've been brought in music that I'm like, hey guys, this is actually someone else's song.
Yeah.
And I'm like, listen to this, and they're like, it's not exact, but it's like, oh yeah, we can't use
We had the Walnuts. I was like, wow.
Yeah, he wrote another, our friends' bands. He wrote one of their songs. And we're like, no, we can't do that.
No.
I swear I've never heard it.
Andrew did that with a song too, and I can't remember which one it was, but it happens.
Yeah.
And nothing's original.
Like if I mean, yeah, it's hard to come up with an original idea sometimes. But there's also just like things that help you get to this next thing that's like, this is helpful, this inspired it. And then you find this great song or book, movie, play, whatever, based off of an idea from somebody else that like got you there.
Yeah,
Maybe you
books
wouldn't
and
have found
movies,
it.
for sure. But everything's plagiarized to a micro level.
Yeah.
But I'm searching for that one true pure thought that no one's had before. You know, I want to find it one day. I'm close. I can feel it.
I hope it comes on stage in front of like 50 people.
Oh my God, I have it. Give me a love, everybody. But I think that's what art's all about, is trying to find that thing that you think maybe is the thing no one else has ever thought or done before.
So I wanted to, like, speaking of like being in front of a crowd, like, what do you guys love about performing live and in front of people? Because it is, you know, you come up with these songs, they're great, you put them out onto Spotify, YouTube, and everything like that, but then you actually get to have a crowd and that presence. What's that like for you?
Yeah. For me, I've struggled a lot with my live performance stuff. Like I said, I was an actor for a long time. And before I went to acting school, I had no trouble being live. I never had nerves. I did tons of lead roles in Calgary. I was performing all the time. Then I moved to Toronto, went to theater school, and it really beats you down. It really makes you feel like, you know, there's so many people who are better than you. And my worst thing was like I was forced to dance a lot. I'm a horrible dancer. I wasn't forced to dance. I went to a school for dance. Yeah. But it really, I didn't know it would affect me so much. And then when I started performing afterwards, I stopped acting no more after college because I just found it very hard to be judged in that way. But I started performing with this band and I got such bad anxiety, shaking and feel like I'm going to throw up, going to the washroom a lot beforehand, you know, how it goes. And you're just like, how is this still happening? And then you go on stage. But now I think that's done. And so when I'm on stage and I'm finally like performing and I can get out of my head and I look at everybody, there's a moment where I'm like, man, I did it.
Yeah.
Like I fought that thing in myself that was created by institutionalized learning of arts, which I have a lot of opinions on. I fought through that. I went through on stage so scared so many times to get to this point where I can just have fun. And I like have a moment where I'm like, wow, these people really like dancing to my shit.
Yeah.
We were doing Pink Pony Club at Blocks for our queer variety night.
Nice.
And at like right before that song, all these people showed up and we're like, we're going to play Pink Pony Club. And they're like, yeah! And they all started dancing and dancing. And I was just like, wow. And my mom was in the back and she was like crying. And I almost cried. I'm like, my mom's not like the mom in Pink Pony Club. So like, I don't know. Moments like that, I was just like, that was a big moment for me recently. It just felt nice.
Yeah. Do you love performing live?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the energy. I like sharing the stage with Evelyn, Andrew, and Will. Yeah, the energy and the accomplishment. You know, we work hard for this. Yeah. So,
He likes it when girls throw bras at him.
yeah, bro. Love always that. Yeah.
Note everybody, throw bras.
Throws at bras.
Trade bras, my wife will love it.
Free bras for cat.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
Has to be Nick's. Has to be good quality. Got quality.
Everyone listen carefully. The next show, $5 plus a bra to get it.
Sponsored by Nick's.
Yeah. So, and let me ask you, what do you guys think of the music scene here in Calgary?
We moved here for the music scene in Calgary. I was in the music scene in Toronto. It's so much fun. I met so many people. I played with so many bands, but that's the thing. They force you to play with so many bands. Every night, you can't book a gig anywhere unless you have 4 other bands supporting you.
Really?
It's because they don't believe you have the draw.
Oh.
And even my band got big-ish, not huge, but like big-ish. We had like 100,000 streams or something on one song. Maybe, I don't think it's that much. I think it was more like 60,000. But anyway, yeah. And I just found it hard. It was just constant and no money and no rewards. Except fans. You had more fans there, which was cool just because more people went out to live music who like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But here, the industry, we just jumped in and it's been fantastic.
Yeah.
We've been playing night markets and these other gigs and people are contacting us and like that just wasn't happening in Toronto. And everyone I know in the music industry here is so talented, genuinely, because I think that's what's getting hired here. We're in Toronto, like anyone can start a band and get in and play the 5-band gig. Yeah, and I love the variety of genres. I love that blues is a big thing here. I love that we have cool venues like the Blues Can and the Ironwood and Mikey's to like celebrate that.
Yeah.
I just went to like the funeral of an old blues cat, and you wouldn't believe how many people were there celebrating him. And it wasn't a funeral because it was at the Blues Can at Mikey's, and they were just playing blues music all together. So I think it's such a cool scene here that isn't in other places in the country right now.
Yeah, I think there's something great, and I've said before, like if we view Toronto as like the New York of Canada and Vancouver as like the LA Hollywood, why can't Calgary be the Nashville?
Yeah,
like,
that's what I think. Austin, Nashville, like in that like world of like new music and indie and more variety and more opportunities and just a love of music here. Like people who play music here, they love it.
Yeah, and I feel like there's still not enough people who think that like. You can go out every single night and there's music happening.
Multiple places.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But people don't seem to think that we have that.
Yeah.
And again, different genres. Like
And great sound in all these venues. That was another thing in Toronto. Like sometimes you were not getting good sound. Sometimes you were getting very bad sound. Where here it's like everyone's set up, everyone's ready. These sound guys have been doing it for like a decade. You know what I mean? So just like the quality of entertainment you're getting is outstanding here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you prefer to be? Do you like do the night market so you're outside, or do you like to be inside a club when you're performing? Which do you have a preference?
It depends on the vibe, I guess. Yeah, I love the outdoor shows. They're fun. Yeah. But the indoor ones are fun too. You know, I remember playing Verns back in the day.
The thing about the outdoor shows, Jeff, is they're during the day.
Yeah, that's why I go to
So you can go to bed earlier, and the night ones we have to stay up till midnight.
Yeah.
And he's an older man.
That's difficult for you.
older, tough, very tough.
I think it's tough for all. None of us are night owls.
Yeah.
Like we're not the band that parties after our shows. We're like, bye. It's like we're coming.
So like we got to go wrap this up. Let's go. I'm tired.
At the markets though, they're really cool. Yeah.
It's fun. You just get you get a chance to have new people discover you because they're just out doing. They were just shopping. They're exploring, and then they go, "Oh, look at this band," and they can find you. Whereas, you have people specifically going out to a venue to hear live music, but they're like kind of stuck there. Here you have these people who are just coming and going, and all of a sudden they're just like, oh, whoa, what's this?
Yep.
Oh, this is fun.
Because we did our Ship and Anchor. We did our album release, and that was amazing.
Yeah.
Great show. Inside, 2 to 5.
Yeah.
That was
It's the best venue in the city.
best venue in the city.
I just-
But it shows that, all can be.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you're right. The outdoors, you do get a lot more walking traffic checking you out.
Yeah. Tell me about the new album. It came out end of June?
July 19th.
Sure. Yeah. No, it's like, I don't know what time it is. Okay. What do you want people to know about this album? Like,
I want people to know about this album that all of us made this music from the most honest place in our hearts. And I mean that. And I think that was our goal for this album. So while the genres might switch around, we knew we needed to release an album at this point just to get more traction. But I just wanted it to be so honest and so pure and so true. And I know that's corny, but like really, like I think the guitar and the bass in it, these guys have worked so hard on those parts. Like these songs that they did, they've crafted so meticulously and went through them so thoroughly. Jeff recorded his guitar parts so many times. You wouldn't believe how many times. I barely. And it'd be like, this one note is wrong. And he'd go back and do it again, you know? Like, it was just so...
Only I can hear it.
yeah. It's one of those things, right? Like, everybody else would be listening, and you're like, what's the problem? You're like, no, here, right here. And you go, I'm not hearing anything.
So for my own, I had to. Yeah.
I know. And then lyrically, like some of them are way too open and honest about me as a person. I say most of my friends probably don't know half the shit I put on this album. You know what I mean? So I think, and why we did that is because I now know we're gonna like move genres a bit and like do a few singles that might not exactly align with this album. But if you listen to this album, you're gonna get just like the truest, purest pieces of our hearts, and that's all we can offer you as a band.
Yeah.
You know, maybe your stage presence needs improvement. Maybe some of our stuff's a little busy, but like this is true and pure, and we didn't back down in anything. We didn't like sacrifice what we wanted to say or how we wanted to play the instruments, and we wanted to also make it fun for you. So, yeah.
We write what we feel,
Yeah.
what we want to write.
Yeah,
for sure.
And now we're going to slowly give in to the corporate nonsense of making things more palatable for the listeners. But this album is not that.
Most of the songs are like 5.5 minutes long.
Still at
6 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're long songs.
The cool thing is, like, with the album, the instrumental aspect of drums, like, it might change a lot genre-wise, but everyone kind of just holds it for us to be Sunstrokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, in my opinion, you are the one that makes us Sunstrokes. Otherwise, we could be a lot of other things with the style of music we play.
I'm the sun, they're my strokes. You know what I mean?
We wear blue, she wears whatever she wants.
You know what I mean?
But like, I guess that's a great question. Is do you come up with some songs sometimes and go, "This is a great song, but it's not Sunstrokes"?
No, that's happened.
You're just like,
Maybe not like in the first little bit. I think we were like, anything goes. But lately, we've definitely been hammering down on it. We do want like a little more specificity, and to like now we want to release 2 to 3 singles, 1 single within 6 months, and then 2 more following that. And we gotta be super specific now.
yeah.
Like we have the album out, it's doing great. Number 4 on CKUA this week, which has been like crazy.
What's up? Congrats.
And like the trajectory now, we just need radio playable things. Like even Betty and Veronica, because there's a swear in it, they can't play it on the radio. So I'm writing my radio version to everything, you know? So yeah, now I think we've been super specific and hard on each other. Like Jeff came in with a great song, and it is great. But I'm like, the chorus, good, but we need choruses that like people are gonna sing along to on the radio while we're at shows, while they're walking through the park. So
I always go very melodic and metal-esque. So I changed it though. Now I can't wait to show them.
I can't wait to see.
It's something.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's something. It's fast. It's gonna be a quick song. Yeah.
So, what is our hope for the rest of the year here? You know, we're summer's ending. Sunstroke's not going away, anything. So what are we hoping for the next little bit here?
Yeah, I think all I want, Craig, this year, and let me tell you, I apply, I try, I do my good, honest work. You know, I want to be in a festival.
Nice.
Any festival, really. There's some I want more than others. I love Drumheller, so I'd love to do like Cold Bones or Wayne Stock, which is happening right now at the time of this recording. I don't know when you're putting this out, so it'll be over by then. Yeah, it would just be sick. I just want the community of that as well, more than like anything else, because you don't get paid super well. Like you probably make more money just playing a few kicks and outs, but it's the community aspect and what I've heard from other people. And I've never done that in all my times because I was in another band for 5 years and just, once again, Toronto festivals are hard to get into.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to release these singles. I want to keep on people's radar. Like I just want to keep our there's the artist Spotify thing, and I can see our trends, and I just kind of like around that area is where I want to keep it, just like around that same little line, ideally for a while. And this summer was super busy. It
was really busy.
And I think I want next summer just a little more busy.
Just a little
we're
bit,
not looking for life-changing things, but just, maybe only work 4 shifts a week in my unnamed restaurant, and the rest of the time we're doing music. So that'd be sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff, what's
Anything else?
Oh, that's
He wants to blow up.
Yeah.
Well, of course, I just want to play music. Yeah.
He wants.
I want to be able to make concept albums. Yeah, make a musical with people. That'd be fun. Yeah,
It'd be fun.
yeah. Have a side metal band.
Yeah.
Everyone just dresses as something and screams.
You already do that.
That's so. I guess they do.
It's happening. It's just not out there yet.
No, and continue to just improve as a band.
I just want to get better as a band too, because I think now that we have this album out, I want our stuff to be so tight. I want us to be able to like write these songs, not formulaically, but like just make sure we're getting to the meat of every song. And artistically, that's what I want to.
We're really taking them apart now and seeing where we can add different accents. And
We're studying even a little bit. We're going back to basics.
Nice.
I think that's really important as artists. Yeah.
it's important.
Yeah. Well, as we start to wrap up here, people have been listening to this podcast. They're enjoying your guys' conversations, hearing your stuff. They're going to go now on Spotify or YouTube and listen to a song for you guys. What song do you have one that you're like, go for this one?
We got to do Betty and Veronica.
Betty and Veronica.
It's sick. If I may, really quickly, what the song is.
Yeah.
I've been following my ex's dad's blog since we'd broken up 10 or 11 years ago because this guy was cuckoo. He bought me lingerie for Valentine's Day. He fed me with a spoon for an entire meal once. Oh, yeah. So I've been reading his blog as a funny thing because it was always crazy crap about crazy things. And then one day I saw a blog post that my ex had gotten sober, got a new girlfriend, and it introduced him to his dad. And I spiraled, and I wrote this song about it. So I think that's like a fun backstory to know, is that from stalking my ex's dad's blog. Such a beautiful piece.
Not a lot of songs have that background.
True, pure, honest thoughts, Greg. That's what I have for you.
It's a true love it. I love it.
There's a video for it too.
Yeah, great video if you want to watch
Is it fun to do the videos? Like,
it's been fun so far. Yeah. I'm excited to do more. Get into that. Yeah.
do you get the concept right away, or do you go, we want to do this because it's a good song, so we should make a music video for it, and that concept's there right away, or do you go?
No, I think I get the concept. I used to be a theater director and theater designer, so for me, that stuff, it's in the head. I have to like figure out how to use cameras now because that's like medium, but
Evelyn does all of the videos. She's the creative brainstormer behind that.
yeah, so much fun.
She just forces us to tie our hands behind our back and eat steak.
Yeah, I do force feed them in that music video if you're kind of into that thing, so go ahead.
Show your face in that cake.
This is great. People can watch these videos. They maybe don't even need to they don't even need to listen to it if they want. They could just watch it for various reasons.
That pause the foot stuff.
Multi the views. Yeah. You can like really popular at 2 a.m.
And it's only this time. Yeah.
Weird. Oh, well, I appreciate you both coming in today. This has been super fun. Your music's everywhere, right? Like Spotify, YouTube.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Everyone can.
And thanks so much for having us. It's awesome. Yeah,
that was great.
It's been great to talk to you. Yeah. We know you, so now we're talking to you for a long period of time. It's awesome.
I love it.
We'll see you at trivia at Cabin Dream.
Yes.
Sponsor us, Cabin.
Sponsor us, Cabin. I would love a sponsorship. I don't know why.
Sponsor Craig.
Cabin.
Come on. I'll work at your people.
Yeah.
I don't work that.
I'm there every week for an event. So yeah.
I think it's about time.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Evelyn and Jeff, for being on the pod today. Such a blast chatting with you guys. Make sure to check out Sunstrokes on Instagram. You can find their music on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, wherever you listen to music. Go give them a follow, give them a listen. There's a nice mix of stuff. Like they mentioned, Betty and Veronica, if you're looking to go into something, choose that one to listen to first. I really like that one, but lots of fun stuff. There's a mix of genres for you. You'll enjoy it. Make sure to follow me on social media at PTW Craig, passing time with Craig for all the fun ways to pass the time. Otherwise, we'll chat soon. Bye.